Welcome, have a nice day. Today is Sunday, 11th of February 2024. This day is celebrated as National Foundation Day. It's a national holiday in Japan, celebrated annually on February 11. It celebrates the legendary foundation of Japan and the accession of its first Emperor Jimmu at Kashihara-go. Many nations around the world observe some kind of Armed Forces Day to honor the military forces. This day is not to be confused with the Veterans Day or Memorial Day. Azerbaijan in Wellington and Tajik National Army. From the history point of view, 1856, the Kingdom of Awadh is annexed by the British East India Company and Wajid Ali Shah, the King of Awadh, is deposed. Starting the newspaper analysis with the newspaper, The Hindu states that facing setbacks against the resistance forces, Myanmar's military government activates conscription law. Myanmar's military government has, for the first time, activated a decade-old conscription law that makes young men and women subjected to at least 2 years of military service, if called up, effective immediately. Myanmar's military government activated for the first time a decade-old conscription law that makes young men and women subject to at least 2 years of military service if called up effectively immediately. Myanmar's military government on Saturday activated for the first time a decade-old conscription law that makes young men and women subject to at least 2 years of military services if called up effective immediately. The announcement of Major on the state television amount to a major tough text admission that the army is struggling to contain the nationwide armed resistance against its rule. The Hindu newspaper also states that Israel unveils tunnels underneath Gaza City headquarters of United Nations Agency for the Palestinian Refugees. The unveiling of the tunnels marks the latest chapter in Israel's campaign against the embattled agency, which is accused of collaborating with Hamas. Israel soldiers operate near what the military described as a Hamas command tunnel running partly under UNRWA headquarters amid the ongoing conflict between Israel and the Palestinian Islamist group Hamas in the Gaza Strip. The Israel military says it has discovered tunnels underneath the main headquarters of United Nations Agency for Palestinian Refugees in Gaza City, alleging that Hamas militants used the space as an electrical supply room. The Hindu newspaper also states that Afif hat-trick secures Qatar back-to-back Asian Cup titles after 3-1 win against Jordan. Akram Afif secured a hat-trick of penalties to secure back-to-back Asian Cup titles in Qatar in 3-1 win against Jordan on Saturday. Akram Afif scored a hat-trick of penalties to secure back-to-back Asian Cup titles for Qatar in 3-1 win against Jordan. Qatar Mishal, Baram Barsham and Akram Afif celebrate after winning Best Goalkeeper and Best Player of the tournament. Point towards the Indian Express newspaper stated that took my father to a clinic with a bullet wound, found my brother already admitted, 2 of family among Haldwani dead. Talking to the Indian Express, Anhas's brother Muhammad Aman recounted what happened that day. He said both he and his father Syed Hussain were working at a construction site before the chaos erupted. While Aman returned home, his father stayed back to complete some tasks. Police officers in riot gear stand guard next to the barricade on a road day after the clashes during the government demolition drive Haldwani in the northern state of Uttarakhand. Indian Express also stated that UPA had 10 years to complete reforms of 1991, but it did not. Nirmala Sitharaman said there was an opportunity for former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh to finish the incomplete reforms of 1991 during the 10-year rule of UPA from 2004 to 2014. But no reforms were carried out, she said. A Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman speaks in the Rajya Sabha during the budget session of a parliament in New Delhi on Saturday, February 10, 2024. Indian Express also states that massive protests after Jumbo kills man in Wayanad. A government announces rupees 10 lakh aid. The Rogi elephant was captured in Karnataka's Hassan in November last year and radio collared before being released in the wild bordering Wayanad. A radio-collared wild elephant which strayed into a residential area, trampled a man in Kerala's Vaniyan district Saturday, sparking protests. Admitting there was a delay in tracking the elephant due to the signal disruption from the radio collar, Forest Minister A.K. Sasindran told media persons directions to tranquilize the elephant have been issued. Parliamentary panel asks government to promote Indian fintech players. The Parliamentary Standing Committee on Communications and Information Technology tabled its report in Lok Sabha on February 8. The Parliamentary Standing Committee on Communications and Information Technology has asked the government to promote local Indian players in the fintech sector following a submission by the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology (MeitY), which said that Walmart-owned PhonePe and Google Pay account for 83.3% of the UPI market in the country. Well, one of the Hindustan Times newspaper states that head of floor test JDU issued a whip. RJD moves its lawmakers to Tejashwi's residence in Bihar. The newly formed Nitish Kumar government in Bihar is set to undergo a floor test in the assembly on February 12. Patna political activities intensified in Bihar on Saturday ahead of the February 12 floor test of the Nitish Kumar government, with the Janata Dal United issuing a whip to its legislators to be present in the assembly during the vote, while opposition Rashtriya Janata Dal shifted all its MLAs and MLCs to a temporary shelter at Tejashwi Yadav's residence in Patna. People familiar with the development said. Hindustan Times also states that people make PM's Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman slams Congress MP over Charan Singh remark. Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman speaks in the Rajya Sabha on the last day of budget session of a parliament. New Delhi Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman on Saturday said it is the people who make the Prime Ministers, as she snubbed Congress leaders KC Vinod for saying in Rajya Sabha that Chaudhry Charan Singh, awarded the Bharat Ratna by the government on Friday, was made Prime Minister by his party. Going towards the economy of the country from the business point of view, India to leverage United States-led mineral security partnership to help PSUs secure critical mineral assets abroad. The Union Mines Ministry has proposed to circulate critical mineral block proposals received by partner countries in the United States-led mineral security partnership MSP with the central public sector undertakings or PSUs to allow them to acquire critical mineral assets abroad. The ministry has also recommended that PSUs give a clear financial mandate to relevant subsidiaries. PSUs such as Coal Industry Limited, NLC India and NTPC have expressed interest in securing lithium, cobalt and graphite assets overseas. ESIC extends medical benefits to insured persons with the relaxed norms to promote holistic well-being of ESI beneficiaries. A new policy of Ayush 2023 is in ESIC institutions was adopted during the meeting. The Employees State Insurance Corporation ESIC on Saturday decided to extend medical benefits to superannuated insured persons with the relaxed norms. Shri Bhupendra Yadav, Minister of Labour and Employment, Environment, Forest and Climate Change, Government of India, chaired the 193rd meeting of ESI Corporation, ESIC at New Delhi. Israeli chipmaker Tower closes in on $8 billion fabrication plant in India. If Tower's proposal is accepted by the government, it would be the first semiconductor company with real fabrication pedigree to join India's $10 billion chip manufacturing scheme and will be a big boost to New Delhi's chip-making ambitions. Tower is looking to manufacture 65 nanometer and 40 nanometer chips in India. What is the world news, including Kerala man in the United Arab Emirates hits jackpots wins rupees 33 crore lottery using children's birth dates. Jaishankar says India will be surely get Security Council seat, but not easily. Indian truck driver charged with drug trafficking at United States-Canada border. 28 Palestinians killed in Israel strikes in Rafah after Netanyahu says invasion inevitable. Russian drone strike on Kharkiv. Ukraine's second largest city kills at least 7. From war against Ukraine to United States foreign policy highlights from the Russian President Putin's interview with the Tucker Carlson. What was the tech news? Nvidia pursues $30 billion custom chip opportunity with a new unit. Nvidia controls about 80% of the high-end artificial intelligence chip market, a position that has sent its stock market value up 40% so far this year to $1.73 trillion. A NVIDIA logo is shown at the SIGGRAPH 2017 in Los Angeles, California, United States, 31st of July on 2017. Watch video first X-class solar flare of the year triggers radiation storm. Sorry, video is not available. So as the sun creeps towards the solar maximum, a period of highest activity, we have already had the first X-class solar flare of the year. This illustration image shows the solar flare captured by NASA's Solar Dynamics Observatory on 5th of August 2023. From the artificial intelligence point of view, Open Artificial Intelligence working on 2 artificial intelligence agents that could automate complex tasks report. The new artificial intelligence agents from Open Artificial Intelligence could overhaul the way complex tasks are undertaken by artificial intelligence. Open Artificial Intelligence's latest advancement merges capabilities of various GPTs, advancing toward the personalized universal artificial intelligence assistants. At last, there's a famous quotation said by Villabai Jawarbai Patel. Wallabai Jawarbai Patel. Birth anniversary 31st of October 1875 up to 15 December 1950, commonly known as Sardar Villabai Patel. Was an Indian independence nationalist and a barrister, who served as the first Deputy Prime Minister and Home Minister of India from 1947 to 1950. He was a senior leader of the Indian National Congress who played a significant role in the country's struggle for independence and its political integration. In India and elsewhere, he was often called Sardar, meaning chief, in Hindi, Urdu, Bengali, and Persian. He acted as the Home Minister during the political integration of India and Indo-Pakistan War of 1947. Sardar Villabai says a famous quotation. He says that a war based on satyagraha is always of 2 kinds. One is the war we wage against justice, and other we fight against our own weakness. Okay, thank you.